The future of my team career mode. That's what we're going to be explaining today in this video. In today's video, I will be talking to you about the future of my team career mode. My team career mode is my main series here on my channel, and originally I upload roughly around two episodes a week. Now that the season is coming close to up to date where we are, it's time to break the ice and break the news. I tweeted out yesterday that I have some big plans for my team career mode for the future, and today, like I said, I'm going to explain the plans and all the ideas that I've got. So since I started my team career mode over a month ago, all these videos that you've been seeing, I've been planning the future for it, and I need you guys to sit down and listen carefully, because I personally believe that this career mode has the potential to stand out compared to anybody else's career modes. I believe that this career mode could be one of the best career modes on YouTube for FIFA. If I work hard enough and explain this well enough and keep doing what I'm doing and trying to improve my channel, I believe that this series will shoot off like a rocket into space. So, let's explain. First things first, I'm going to explain what my team career mode is. My team career mode is exactly what it sounds like. I have taken 28 individual players and put them onto the squad of Longford Town. All the original players on Longford Town were transferred to actual clubs that were like realistic transfers, and replaced them all with my own created players, with none of them overrated or overpowered. Now, for the league that they're in, yes, they would be considered overpowered, but for world football, no, they're not that good of a team. All these players here that you can see, this is just a starter. This is like making myself a solid ground to build off, a flat ground. This is what I'm starting with. Like I said, I've created 28 individual players that are on Longford Town. Neither of them overpowered or overrated. So that's the idea. My goal is to fight through the bottom tier of English football and work my way up the league tables and all the way to the Premier League, into Champions League, and do what I can with the club and make it as realistic and as fun and make it stand out as much as possible. And this is what I'm trying to explain and why it's going to stand out. So the next point, what I'm going to make, is how long will a season go on for. This is what's going to make it a little different and stand out a little bit. It could be good and it could be bad, so listen carefully. One whole season will last one whole real life season. One series will last one season. Basically, to make it as simple as possible, one season will last 1 year. And I know what you're thinking, holy shit, that's a long series. For every FIFA, there will be one series of my team career mode. There will all be new series. Series 1 will be FIFA 17, Series 2 will be FIFA 18, Series 3 will be FIFA 19, and so on and so forth. The season will last throughout the whole real season. It will start when all the teams start playing in England at around September, and will end around May time. So far I have played the majority of the games up to near enough to the point where we are now in real life. We're in January, nearly at the end of January, and we're almost in Feb. At the minute when I record this today, it is actually the 2nd of March on the Thursday. So when we get to March, this is where the season will start to drag a little bit. It will start to go a little slow because there's not many more games left. You're looking at roughly around probably 1 game an episode. But when the new season starts, I'm looking at maybe making it a little bit more fun. There'll be about 2 episodes a video. So it'll if that's the case, the season will probably end a little shorter than normal, a couple of weeks shorter. But I'll get onto things that I'll do in the meantime while the season is finished. Things that I'll do for the meantime. Now the next thing I'm going to explain is the player physics, is what I call it. And the player physics is what's going to happen to these players. So on FIFA 18, what's going to happen? Are these players going to be on FIFA 18, or are you going to create new ones? Are you going to be a completely different squad? I'm going to explain. All these players that I've created: Jack G, Sam Nielsen, Joel Stevens, Bobby Gunn, Gary Ryan, Marcus Ryan, DJ Simpson, Liam Hughes, Oliver Murphy, and every single player, they'll all be on the new FIFA. They'll all be here next series. You know, on FIFA 18 they'll be here. Unless, I don't know, like Oliver Murphy. Let's say he turns around and says, I want to go, and I have to sell him. You know, he won't be on my squad anymore. And I'll get what'll happen. I'll get on to what'll happen to him a little later into the video. If he was to leave the club, I'll tell you what'll happen to him. So all these players that end the season with the club will start the new season with the club. So when FIFA 18 starts, let's say, oh, I've got all my players, they will all still be here. Now, getting a little more in depth with the player physics. On my tablet to the right of me, I have Microsoft Excel. I've got my little player list, my little squad of players with all their player stats all together, up to date for the minute. So all these stats that you can see on the bottom right, I've all got them jotted down. They'll get updated again at the end of the season, and when the end of the season comes and FIFA 16, Jesus, that's an old game. When FIFA 18 comes out, I'm gonna get my tablet out, check out all the I'm going to check the stats, I'm going to update them from the last FIFA, and then when FIFA 18 starts, I will create all the players again. Now, we're going to talk about the ratings, what's going to happen to the ratings. But before actually that, let me get onto something a little bit better, because it'll only take me a second to explain. Their age will, that's right, they will go up. Players will get older, they will retire, because on Excel here to the right on my tablet, I have their database. The player database is what I actually call it. They have their real date of birth on, and they will keep the same date of birth. So players like, if I go all the way down to the bottom here, Mark Brown, he's 32 years old. He will retire maybe in the next few seasons. He may retire at the end of this season, he might retire at the end of next season, but players will age. So within time, players will age and retire, and players will go and come in as, like, I will hire youth players. If a youth player comes in like Jordan Carter, he is automatically in the squad forever, unless he gets sold or ends up retiring, one or the other. So the player ratings, let's get on into that. The player ratings will go up depending on their stats in the game. So we're going to use Jordan Carter here as an example. So far Jordan Carter in this season has gone up by 1. So his original rating when he first came to the squad was a 53. He's gone up by 1. Ignore it. Ignore him going up by 1. He could have gone up by 10. It doesn't mean anything for next season. Like, he could have gone up by 5, okay, and it'd be a 59 overall. Okay, that to me is considered his form for the season. He's playing to a 59 ability. When the new season comes, if I feel like he's been playing better than a 59 rating or whatever rating he is, his rating will go up to, depending on his stats and how I feel he deserves to be upgraded. He could be downgraded if I think that he's playing terrible. He could go from a 54, well, technically a 53, down to a 50. The ratings all come down to how I feel they've played throughout the season, and how I feel they deserve to go up or down. So John Bailey, we shall use him as an example. John Bailey could get 30 goals and 8 assists with an average match rating of an 8, but due to the league that he's in, it's, you know, what do you expect? You know, it's a quality player. Anybody could do that. So you're looking at him going from an 81, because that's what his original rating was, as you can see there. He would have gone from an 81, and I just might actually bring it up by 1. I might make him an 82 on FIFA 18, maybe an 83, depending on his stats and thinking what he deserves. And that's the good thing with the way that I'm working this out, because anybody like, I don't know, Connor Ecott, he could just, you know, shoot up and start playing amazing. He could get phenomenal stats throughout the rest of the season, and I might bring him up to like a 75 if I feel he's been playing that good. And let's say on FIFA 18, if he's not playing to a 75 rate goodness, on the next FIFA, I might bring him down to a 70 or lower. Who knows? But that is how it's going to work. Okay, so any players that get promoted, they will be created as well into the team. So like I said, Jordan Carter right now has got a real face, obviously from the youth squad academy, but next FIFA he will be created. I will jot down, obviously not necessarily the stats will be the exact same, but they will be roughly around the same. But like I said, depending on how he plays, how I feel he deserves to go up, depends on what stats will go up. If I feel like is a quite pacey player that can quite beat people and dribble quite well, if that's what he's been doing quite good at, then his stats will go up. If I think that he's been doing quite well, like controlling that ball, his ball control might go up. I have jotted down all of the data onto my tablet, and they will all be updated just like what FIFA do regularly to their players. So if Ericsson from Tottenham were playing shit, it'd go down in rating. It'd go up in rating the next season if he was playing well, just like that. So we're going to move on to the next point that I need to make is, what if a player gets sold? Let's say, I don't know, let's find someone. We're going to use... We'll use John Bailey again. Yeah, we'll use John Bailey. Let's say, because we're nearly at the end of January, let's say John Bailey, I literally get a message right now, and he turns around and says, I'm not happy at the club, I want to leave. And the board turn around to me and say, you got to sell him. There's nothing we can do about it. We need to let the player go. Let's say I sell him to Chelsea. Okay, he goes to Chelsea, and I'm never going to see him again. He's gone. But because he's a big player, I will create him in FIFA 18, and he will stick with Chelsea. Okay, I will keep an eye on his stats from Chelsea, and if he's playing really well in the Premier League, his stats will still keep going up, which the way that it works, because a lot of my players are all high ratings, or could be high ratings, it could create a lot of work for me. Let's say if a small player like I don't know, Alan Harper, he decides to, you know, I haven't been playing him and I want to sell him, I might sell him. Okay, I might not create him on the next FIFA because he's such a small rating that he's not going to make much of a difference to the game, and you probably never see him again because he'd go to a small club. So I probably wouldn't make him. Maybe with Alan Harper I probably would, because, you know, it is a reasonable rating. But if it was someone like Dominic Richards, he would probably not get created. Now what if, like I said, John Bailey, he went to Chelsea, what if he gets sold again? What if he goes to Bayern Munich 2 years later? Again, he will get created for Bayern Munich. The player stats will always be here until they end up just retiring. It can create a lot of work for me, and the longer the seasons go on for, the more work it's going to create for me. But I believe that this is going to make my series stand out to anybody else's career mode series here on FIFA. I believe that this has potential to be something great, and I hope that within time I'm going to create an amazing, huge audience one day. By the time FIFA 18 comes along, I should most likely have the majority of my YouTube equipment, because normally FIFA 18 probably won't come out till about September, maybe a little later, like in October or something. And by then I should have my new laptop with Sony Vegas. I'll be recording on my Elgato. I'll probably have my gaming monitor, my actual gaming monitor, not a 32-inch TV, and an actual gaming camera. And by then hopefully the series 2 will pick up. That's the plan. This series is just to give you a little taste, give you a sip of what you're in for. I'm genuinely trying to make this season as interesting as possible, and to try build a small audience to show you guys what we're in for. Like I said, I don't know if I actually said this, I can't remember, But the seasons, because they last one FIFA, it could go on for as long as I wanted. And it's just a series that people could just go on to, no different to going on to Netflix and sticking on Breaking Bad. It's got like 6 series to it. Just sit down and watch an episode a week, you know. And I'll try and make them as interesting and as good as possibly I can. And hopefully, as my channel improves, obviously I'll have loads of different videos that I'll be uploading as well. I mean, I'm starting to do some Ultimate Team as well. But no, that is basically everything. So if you give me a second, I'm actually going to load up my tablet, and I'm going to just, because I do have points, but it's locked. I'm going to check if I've missed anything out. I'll be back in a sec. Hold on, hold your horses. This is Flippy from the future that I've just chucked this little section of this video right in the middle, because I ended up finishing the video, but I forgot to mention 3 things in the video. So I've got them down on a list here. It's just 3 simple things. It'll only take a couple of minutes. So the first thing that I've missed out is, what if another club buys a player? So for an example, let's say Lionel Messi gets bought by Manchester United in the season that I'm doing right now. Will Lionel Messi be playing for Manchester United in FIFA 18? No, he will not be. The only players that I'm tracking of transfers will be my own teams that I sell my players to and players that I buy. So Lionel Messi might get bought from Man United, but it doesn't mean he's going to be on the team at FIFA 18. He'll still be with Barcelona. Second thing that I forgot to tell you about is the pre-season games that I'll be doing. So when the season ends, obviously it's going to be a while until the new season starts. So there will be a couple of pre-season games and pre-season tournaments throughout that period of time while we are waiting for the new season to start, to keep you guys entertained and you know, updated. And once when the season ends, obviously the pre-season games, they will also count for ratings as well. So depending on how they play throughout those pre-season games will depend on their ratings. It'll almost finalize their ratings almost for the new season. Number 3. This is a problem. I've been thinking of any problems with the way that I've been like planning out my team career mode, and there's only one problem, and it's a big one. But I'm hoping if it is going to be a problem, it's going to start at the new season of FIFA 18, because right now I don't have much of an audience, so it wouldn't be too bad. The problem is, what if Longford Town are no longer in FIFA 18? What if, I don't know, they get relegated out of the Electricity League and they're no longer in FIFA? Yeah, that's a problem. I can't do it on Longford Town. If that's the case, I will just do it on a completely new team, probably from Ireland, a topper team, you know, a team that's going to be there for the next few years to come. If that's the case, that is what I will do. But apart from that, that is basically everything I need to explain. And I'll back to you, Flippy from the past. Cheers, guys. Okay, right, that's pretty much everything I've talked about. Now I'm going to move on to the very last thing. And this one is quite an important one. So I hope you guys have stuck around to hear this, because this is a big one. So, for the next series on FIFA 18, I'm announcing this now. There's a competition that you can enter. Not now. The competition hasn't opened yet, but it will be opening later on in the year. The competition is, I have announced it before I started this series, but I didn't have an audience, so no one entered. Right, let's try and explain this clear and concise. The competition is, you have the chance, 3 lucky players have the chance to become created players in my team for one whole season. Just one, for 1 year. You are guaranteed 15 games. There are 2 ways that you can enter. You can enter through tweeting at me, or leaving a comment on a video that I will be doing in the future. I'll talk about the video now. Before the season starts, 2 weeks before, I will be doing a season review. I'm planning to do a season review video where I will review the squad, my goals, and I'll probably do a part 2 where I'll announce all the winners. But on that first video, I want you guys to comment on it to enter, and I'll tell you what you need to put in a minute. I'll be choosing 1 winner from that comments section, and I'll be choosing 2 winners from Twitter. That's the idea anyway. That's the plan. Oh, my voice went a little bit there. I need some of my Monster. That's better. Right. So 2 winners from Twitter, 1 winner from the comment section of a future video that will be coming up. And then in the second part of that video, I'll be announcing all the winners. You will probably want to tweet me to enter, and all you have to do is tweet, actually I'll tell you what to tweet in a minute. You'd want to tweet me because the 2 Twitter winners will have the chance to actually look like themselves in the game. So the 2 Twitter winners will be given the option to send me a picture of their actual face, give me their height and their weight and their height and their weight. And then I will actually try and make the player look like them in the actual game for the season. Unlike the person that'll win in the comment section, that'll be kind of like 3rd place kinda. You will be in the game, but I will create you how I want to create you. Now, this is what you need to comment to enter in the future, because obviously you can't enter yet. All you have to do is obviously leave your little comment, obviously tweet me whatever you want, and comment whatever you want. You know, like, hey Flippy, choose me, can I be created player in your squad for this FIFA 18 team? And then you'd put your full name, your date of birth, and then, listen carefully because this part is important, you would put the positions in an order that you would like to play. For an example, you might want to play as a striker. If that position is not available, you'd put you'd put a comma, and then maybe cam. And then after that, you'd put another comma, and maybe you'd want to be a left mid or a right mid. Then you'd put another comma, maybe a centre back. Then another comma, and a goalkeeper. So, the positions would go down in order, whichever ones are available. So let's say you wanted to be a striker, but I didn't have that position available. I'd go down the list, right, it wants to be a cam instead. Right, I've got a position for a cam, so I'd put you as a cam instead. But let's say if that weren't available, go down the list. Right, next, his 3rd position is a left mid. Right, I'll make him as a left mid because I've got that position available. You following me? Good. Because that is how it's going to work. Okay, so this competition won't be starting until later on in the season, later on in the year, and I'm hoping by then I'm going to have an audience. I've only got 5 bleeding subscribers at the minute, but hopefully within as the season progresses, you know, well, as the year progresses, I will hopefully gain some more subscribers. This series will be coming to an end shortly, within the next couple of weeks. So the new one won't be coming out till FIFA 18. I have already recorded this video once, but it was kind of a draft, and this is a full thing. And I hope that this made sense, because I know that this one would have made a lot more sense compared to the last video I made. I haven't uploaded. But I just want to say thank you for watching the video. I hope this made sense, and I hope you're excited for the new season just as much as I am. I hope what I've explained is, you know, exciting, and you can't, you know, you're looking forward to the new season just as much as I am. So that is everything I need to explain in this video, and I hope it's all made sense. And I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching this video. Please leave your suggestions down in the comment section. If you've got any questions, you can do one of 2 things. You can either leave it down in the comment section or tweet me at FlippyHDGaming. Link will be in the description, and it'll be up at the end of the video, which will be coming up right now. So anyway guys, thank you to everybody for watching this video. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, and if you did enjoy it, it won't take you a couple of seconds, and I really do appreciate it, and it really does show me a lot of support. And thank you to everybody for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And as always guys, thank you for watching.